Hi everyone, my name is Harley and welcome to TransByDef. Yeah, it's been a while, yay! I know, so haven't been posting a video, and I'll tell you that before I get into the topic. I had a health scare related to breast cancer. I went in for a physical and something popped up, and it kind of made me concerned because I'm not sure if you know, but since I'm a transsexual and I take HRT, that increases my chances to 2 forms of breast cancer. And there's many types of breast cancers, and the ones that I was really concerned about because of the HRT was estrogen receptive, which means it's breast cancer that grows based on the estrogen and in the system, and progesterone. And those are 2 hormones that you pretty much can take with with HRT. So it did make me concerned, but fortunately, it came back as benign, so thank goodness. Anyways, that's kind of why I was out for a while. I had to readjust and all that stuff, and it was really scary. So this week's topic is, how do you know when your transition ends? Well, this is a brilliant question or a brilliant topic, because in life you're always transitioning. I mean, you're transitioning from as you're growing up from a baby to a young adult to an adult to your main peak of life, and then you grow old and pass away. So you're always transitioning that. You're always transitioning your clothes, your haircut, the person you are. You always transition in life. It's how it is. Regarding transsexuals, it's a little bit more detailed of transition. You're transitioning your gender, or depending on where you are in the gender spectrum, when do you know when you're complete is really up to you. You will know when you're complete, and the main goal is to have yourself accepting of who you are, and to feel comfortable with who you are, with your identity. And it's also discovering who you are, and a lot of people don't really I find that's a really good advantage as being transsexual, because you do discover who you are, whereas some people aren't transsexual but they have issues discovering who they are. So I think it's kind of a discovery for yourself, which is amazing. But as far as how long it should take, well, to be honest with you, I've seen transsexuals consider themselves complete in under 2 years. They get the surgery and everything, and I'm surprised, because I'm still transitioning. I'm over 4 years, and I'm how did you do that? I mean, it blows my mind, because I feel like my mind cannot handle that, therapy level. So I imagine everyone's different. So don't be intimidated by people or jealous when people are excelling further than you in your timeline, because you don't want to rush it, and you want to go at your own speed. So, but in reality, you're complete when you are accepting and comfortable with who you are and your body and stuff. So that's how it is. Hormones are gonna if you do hormones, decide to go on hormones, and that may be only thing you need is hormones, and your transition in life, but no surgery. Hormones is a trip. I mean, your emotions are gonna go up and down, up and down. Your physical body's gonna change, but your physical body takes time to change. It doesn't happen like that. I mean, when you watch videos of MTFs transitioning, it's like a 3-minute video, and it makes it look like, oh, it happens like that, but it doesn't. It takes long. So don't be deluded by by that. It's kind of it takes a long time to get there. So not only does your physical appearance changes, but your mentality changes. So you have to adjust for those things. I mean, you're gonna have different clothes. Your clothes size are gonna change. Your mind is gonna change. The things you like are gonna be changing. Everything's gonna be changing around you, and that that's a transition period in title, you know, I mean, altogether. And it takes time, especially, like, I'm full-time now. I'm still kind of adjusting. I mean, you got to think about this. Like, I identified as a guy for, I mean, you know, I identified as a guy and, you know, a boy, you know, a guy, for 24 years. And that is hard. I mean, you know, that's a long time, and some people have it longer. But, you know, kind of overcoming that, you know, it's difficult. It really is difficult. It's a transition process. I still hear my old name and I turn my head, you know. I still sometimes feel what I used to feel like, you know, but you know, it's a transition process. You start feeling more comfortable with who you are and your identity, and and that's really what counts, you know. So, and then some people go with surgery, and some people actually say that, you know, your surgery is like, as soon as you have surgery, that's the end. It's like, no, 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 no. You got that transition process after that adjusting period, and so it's a timeline. Remember, just go at your own pace, and, you know, your timeline is your timeline, not someone else's timeline. So you go at your own pace, and it's therapy. Remember, it's therapy. That's what HRT is, hormone replacement therapy. But it's also, you know, transitioning is a therapeutic process. It's not like a one-day thing. It's going to take time, and I know time sucks, but, you know, before you know it, if you don't look in the fucking mirror every day, if you try, I mean, a lot of times you do it to yourself, you know, when you make it harder, because you start thinking about it, you start, you know, you look in the mirror every day and you're like, it's not changing, I'm not changing, I'm not changing, and you're making that time go by slow. I mean, so really, you just gotta stop doing those things and kind of move on as you're transitioning. You know, it's hard, but it will help. You know, it's therapy. So, and definitely seek a counselor, because that helps too. So there really isn't a time. There isn't really an end. You know when it's over, because you are done, you're comfortable, and you're accepting yourself. Now, however, once you get to that part, you may still be transitioning, because you may still be getting used to your life, you know, and that fact, you're probably not over yet, you know, but like I said, you know, transitioning is life, you know, regardless if you're transsexual or not. You're always transitioning in life. I'm still probably gonna transition my clothes, my style, because I haven't, you know, I started dressing differently, and, you know, I feel like, oh, okay, you know, but I don't know yet. So, I mean, I'm always transitioning. So, as far as me, I don't know if I'm going to go for surgery or not. I'm still debating. So, but that's me. Anyways, I'm not going to make this video way too long, but I'm going to sign out right now. So, thank you for watching TransByDef with Harley. Bye!